Wow, it makes you start from the beginning, huh? Yes, okay, so it does... So it does, in fact, restart you from here. Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that. So, again, here I am at the last boss, just, different day. But I loaded the quick save. There we go. Might actually have it in the bag. Never mind. Forget I said that. That was just a warm-up run. Oops. Okay, and I only have like half my health, so I can only like take 2 damage. Ooh. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. It's not looking good. I have no idea if there's like a better way to be beating this guy, but I'm just trying my best. I said it before, I don't like leaving games unfinished. Okay. I don't know when this guy does a high jump or not. That was my chance. I ruined it. It's over. It's over. It's over. He's not gonna let me. Yeah, I kind of figured. Yep. Yeah, this is really bad. Like, I have no idea how you're supposed to beat this guy without, like, a full thing of health. Like, I think if I had full health... Oh. I might be able to beat him, but... Yeah, as is. I'm almost tempted to just try the whole level over again. Just so I can start with the full thing of health. It's probably doable. Wow. Somehow managed to get under him. No, that didn't work. Somehow I managed to get under him that first time, and it didn't even look like a high jump. Is there a way to get under him? Doesn't look like there is. It really doesn't seem like it. Maybe I just got lucky or something. Maybe there's a very narrow window for you to do that. Or maybe you did do a high jump and I just didn't see it. That was my chance right there. Ooh. Takes like 2 hits to get a health bar down on him. Oh, so much for that. Ooh. Please. Yes. Oh my god. That was just pure luck. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That was just pure luck. That was just... You just happened to give me that jump that one time. Alright, I beat it. That was quick. The Curse, Simon Belmont. Or achievement for that. What was that, like 3 tries? Screenplay by Bram Stoker? Really? Dracula Christopher Lee? What are you talking about? Bela Lugosi? What are you... Frankenstein? Lon Chanley Jr.? Oh, these are all real people. These are all like real actors. They had nothing to do with this. Those are real actors who like portrayed those characters in the old movies. Simon Belmont. You played the greatest role in this story. Thank you for playing. Well, that's Castlevania. I finished it. And they make you replay it again? Yeah, but like hell, I'm doing that again. Let's do it again. Still takes a shit ton of damage. Oh boy. Oh, now we're down to the tiny whip. I have no idea what that was. I think it was a long whip. Yeah, game looks pretty good for like a NES game, for an NES title. But yeah, definitely would not... Oh, what? What was that? Definitely would not want to play that game again. But there it is, I defeated the last boss with the use of quick saves. 1987, 1988, Castlevania II, you're Simon Belmont, Bravest of the Brave. But this is also on NES? Yeah, this is the sequel on the NES. Oh, the first 3 were on NES. Dracula's Curse. Super Castlevania. I would try one of these later ones for sure. Castlevania Adventure, Game Boy. Belmont's Revenge. Castlevania Bloodlines, Castlevania the New... What does that say? Generation, I couldn't read that. I couldn't read. That was on... Genesis? Only the North American version is included. Kid Dracula. Bonus book. So there's art gallery, featured titles, key person interviews. Nice. So there's some pretty cool stuff. And Japanese versions of the same game. I would probably want to jump to Super Castlevania. I can try this one real quick just to see what it's like. You step into the shadows of the Hell House. You've arrived back at Transylvania on business to destroy forever the curse of summon Count Dracula. Who's this? First thing to do in this town is buy a white crystal. Interesting. Whoa, wait a minute. The whip is like circling back on the other side. This is like a church here? Rest here for a while. The colors look a little bit more limited this time around. Like, seems like each room has way more limited colors. But yeah, I actually really like how they make like, the stone in the back look really blue. Kind of looks stylized. And then here, this screen is very red. This guy in a cloak over here. Buy a white crystal? Want to buy holy water? How much money do I have? Looks like I can't buy that. What does it say? The flame is on top of the 6th tree in Dennis Woods. Rumor has it, the ferryman at Dead River loves garlic. So it seems like, I don't know, it gives me like Zelda 2 vibes a little bit. I don't know which one came first. The one with? I would love to have bought that. Just a town. Turn right for the Jova Woods. Left for Belasco Marsh. Cool, so you can choose where to go? You have a friend in the town of Aldra. Go and see him. Who's my friend? 13 clues will solve Dracula's riddle. Come on, no way. How is that fair? This guy's literally pushing me off screen. I don't think I'm supposed to be over here yet. What a horrible night to have a curse. Huh? It turned nighttime? Interesting. That's kind of, I don't know if I'm cursed for some reason. I don't know, but it seems like, there's a nighttime thing. It's kind of interesting. If that's a gimmick they did back in the NES. Okay, there's a werewolf enemy that was not in the original. I do remember the skeletons, though. It looks like this is the way you're supposed to go, because the other way was, the enemies were a little too tough. Okay, that fish guy just fell in the sea. Nice. Figured. Cool. Cool. Nice. But that was that. Don't really feel like playing through that one, nor Dracula's Curse. Actually, whatever, we'll see what it's like. I had enough of the first Castlevania to hold me over for all the NES games, honestly. I just wanted to beat it. Just to say that I did beat it. Wow, very stylized intro there. I like the film reel on the sides too. Very cool that they were able to do this on the NES. During 15th century Europe, there lived a person named Dracula. He practiced sorcery in order to create a bad world filled with evil. He began taking over the continent of Europe, changing countries from good to bad. The good people of Europe tried to fight off Dracula, but no one was able to survive. Finally, the Belmont family was summoned to battle Dracula's vile forces. The Belmont family has a long history of fighting evil. With that chain whip? That's the whip? Gotta use the whip, not a... What is that, like... What do they call this? Not a mace. The townspeople became afraid of Belmont's superhuman power and asked them to leave the country. Fortunately, the people found a mighty Belmont called Trevor. The curse of Dracula has begun. The fate of Europe lies with Trevor. I don't know, I kind of like the sort of slideshow film thing that they're trying to go for here. They're inspired by horror movies. Horror movies that I've seen and I really enjoy, so I feel like this will be right up my alley. There it is. Okay, I'm supposed to press start. I was like wondering, like, why is it moving the cursor? Again, really ambitious artwork for the NES. Looks like they really made the most out of the sprites this time. Like, I will say that it's just very, very clean looking. This feels a lot more like the first game. The second game had more of like a Zelda 2 vibe. I feel like that's like a common thing that happens with a lot of games where it's like the long whip. Where like sometimes the second game feels like a weird departure from the first one, and then the third game is like a return to form. I don't know if you guys ever like noticed that. Like I feel like that was the case with Mario and Zelda. Very, very cool background art here. I'm looking at that stained glass background. That's actually really cool. Okay, that looks like Holy water? I'm just gonna play a little bit of this. I'm not, like, thinking of completing this or anything. Okay. Well, you can still use the whip on stairs. Pretty good sprite work, I would say. Like, more than I could do. I think it's really hard getting, like, readable characters and movements using only very limited sprite information, like very limited amount of detail. Okay, I was not supposed to go this way. Medusa heads are a little bit more fair this time around, I think. This, can I walk on this? Yes, I can, okay. They're a little slower, their movements are a little bit easier to read. I don't know, it feels like a little bit more of a fair challenge. I feel like I'd be more willing to play through this one than the second game. Again, sprites and even the backgrounds, like the houses, look kind of nice. Just being able to get that level of detail. Pretty cool. Not these guys again. Nice. I think I have a throwing axe. I remember you guys. Very familiar enemies, so it looks like they're kind of returning to form. Or the same bad enemies, just like touched up sprites. I don't remember the zombies being in the original. A lot of skeletons, though. Shouldn't have done that. Sat on the ground. That is a boss. Okay. Not good. Here I am getting invested in this again. And here I am getting cocky and taking all the hits. Oh, that was quick. That has a huge reach. Oh, that was close. You only needed one more hit on me. It was luck. It was pure luck. Good artwork. Good map artwork. Wait a minute. What's this? Like a hub? Like a navigation area? Yeah, they get really detailed with those backgrounds. Now we got ghosts. Again, I'm not sure I want to play through all this, but here it is. The guy was holding like a whip or something of his own. I don't know how many NES games I would say that I've seen that look as good as this one. This might be one of the better ones. Again, I never really got into Castlevania much. Damn, these owls, they suck. Alright, there you go.